Tonight, we're just going to be talking about LinkedIn. In our boot camps, we're talking about Facebook and LinkedIn. But tonight, we're going to focus on LinkedIn. And so many people don't realize that you're not visible. LinkedIn has made a lot of significant changes. Some of them are subtle, and some of them are obvious. But the bottom line is this. If you are seriously trying to build a network marketing business and you're not on LinkedIn, then the best comparison I could make would be you're trying to start a fire by rubbing sticks together as opposed to using a butane lighter. You're using a rotary phone to communicate with people instead of an iPhone. Bottom line is at the end of the year, New Year's Eve, I'm going to be rolling out all kinds of examples, success stories of students that are tapping into LinkedIn. And everyone that is here, everybody, whether you're watching this on Facebook, whether you're watching this on LinkedIn, whether you're watching this on my YouTube channel, if you don't jump on the information that I'm sharing with you, New Year's Eve, January 1st, you're going to be hitting yourself in the head going, man, I should have listened to him. I could have rank advanced. I could have a bigger team. But nope. You're just going to watch what I'm talking about, but you're not going to act. And earlier today, I was talking to someone that I didn't realize. I've known this man for years. I met him something like 23 years ago at the Direct Sales Association. And one of my LinkedIn posts caught his attention. So we ended up having a conversation today. He agreed with me when I told him that my studies have shown, or my experience has shown, that 60% of the people that are in network marketing today are orphans. Somebody got them into the business because they used the product. They loved the product. And then they decided they wanted to try to build a business. And they went back to the person that told them about the product. He's no longer in the business. Or the person has no clue as to how to build the business. I said 60%. He came back and said 70%. So only 30% of the network marketers that are out there that are trying to actively build a business are connected to a team, have some kind of a system to follow. And so many of them are doomed to fail. I'm glad you found me, because what I'm sharing with you is without question the fastest and the easiest way to build your business. Tonight, I'm going to share with you some things that have changed on LinkedIn, that are in the process of changing on LinkedIn. And we're going to focus on LinkedIn's secret weapon that can financially save your whole year. Some of you, if you will act on what I am telling you, will do more business in the second half of November and in the month of December than you've done all year. LinkedIn allows people to basically connect and communicate with people with these three buttons: connect, follow, or message. And it's subtle, and some of you may not realize it, but if you actually looked at them, at what's inside those tabs, they have added images. Prior to September, you just had a connect button without the little figure. You just had follow and you just had message. LinkedIn is being virtually assaulted by hordes of marketers who are jumping on LinkedIn. They're actually creating bots, automated systems. And so the reason that they've changed the wording on these three tabs is to totally discombobulate the bots. We're going to get into what's behind this tonight. Now, for the last 2 months, as LinkedIn has been making significant changes, I've been quietly working on some new prospecting and recruiting tactics that will generate more nonstop leads that will turn immediately into distributors, customers, and sales than you can believe, even if you hate marketing and selling. And by the way, over the weekend, I had a staff meeting, and because many people seem to be struggling with closing, on November, I believe it's the 26th, we're going to have a closing the sale workshop, 3-hour workshop, where we're going to put to rest everybody's fear of selling. But that's another story. LinkedIn's recent changes make it easier to instantaneously position you as a person of influence, so perfect prospects will reach out to you and ask you about your business. They will ask you, but they have to see it. Now, whether you're an old friend, a loyal student, a new student, or an eager entrepreneur that wants to take their business to the next level, these new prospecting and recruiting tactics will give you a number of unfair advantages over your competition for the rest of the year. They will enable you to beat your competition to the best prospects for your business on LinkedIn and enroll them before your competition ever gets to them. Now, one fair advantage provides you with a crystal ball that eliminates uncertainty when it comes to identifying perfect prospects for your business. So you'll know in advance who the perfect prospects are and how to easily attract them to you. You're all familiar with the big bowl of candy that we draw an analogy to, representing all the people on Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, you can experience explosive growth in your business in November and December. Your business will not slow down over the holiday season unless you do. Inflation and the rising cost of everything is causing more people to jump on LinkedIn because they need or they want to find ways to generate additional income on a full-time or a part-time basis. LinkedIn is now up to 890 million professionals because 10 million more people joined in October. By New Year's Eve, they will have 900 million users. LinkedIn is being overwhelmed, and as a result, they are actually redesigning everything. They're running 2 systems right now. Some of you may notice when you're sending messages to people, it's going out twice. In November and December, you've got more social events, more parties and family get-togethers than the whole rest of the year put together. Combining all of these factors results in 2 important things. 1, people will spend more money between now and the end of the year. People will need more money. Now, with that in mind, understand that more people will be seeking part-time work, look to find a better paying job, or look to find ways to make money from home in the next 2 months than at any other time of the year, which is the reason why so many people are jumping on LinkedIn. Now, my new prospecting and recruiting tactics, strategies, and scripts will work better in November and December than at any other time of the year. These are two very, very special months. You know, when I was building a network marketing business, day after Christmas, I signed up 5 people. The next day, 5 people. The next day, 5 people. The next day, 5 people. 4 days, 20 people. I had 2 more days till the end of the year, but I was in a new relationship and my girlfriend said, give it a rest. It's the holidays. So I stopped. November and December. Use these tactics and they will enable you to dramatically increase the size of your existing network, experience significant rank advancement before New Year's Eve. Now, many of the recent changes made by LinkedIn have made my strategies, tactics, and scripts even more effective than ever before. And some of their recent changes have made portions of my training material obsolete because those features don't exist anymore. So tonight, we're going to share with you how to recruit like crazy in November and December on LinkedIn. Now, for those of you that are in boot camp, tomorrow night, we have our final boot camp session on closing. And you've got the next 2 weeks to go to town. I've also opened up registration for my December boot camp. So for those of you that want to jump in right away, remember that as soon as you register for the December boot camp, you're going to have access to the recorded sessions of our November boot camp. So there's nothing to stop you. Actually, many of you can use those tactics to enroll some people before the end of November. November and December, 2 months filled with holidays. You know, in November, there are over 40 holidays. Now, there are official holidays and unofficial holidays. In December, you've got over 30 holidays, official, unofficial. Well, we know about Christmas, we know about Kwanzaa, we know about Hanukkah. In November, we know about Veterans Day, we know about Thanksgiving. It's the unofficial holidays that are going to make it easier for you to connect with people, reconnect with people, talk to more people. Now, LinkedIn is the world's largest social professional network. Now they're up to 890 million professional users, and it's easy to connect with perfect prospects because everybody is easy to identify. The green M&Ms represent people that are looking for business. The yellow M&Ms represent unhappy network marketers that are looking for new business. The blue M&Ms are network marketers. They like their products, they like the company, but they're not able to make the kind of money that they'd like to make, money that will enable them to quit their job or retire. So they'd be interested in talking to you. LinkedIn is no longer a secret. I was in Las Vegas in 2017 at an ICEGen. Actually, there were 3 companies having big events. And I had given a special training to my friends in Isogenics. And then they had a breakout session. They had about close to 2,000 people in this big room, and they had 4 of their recent superstars in social media up on stage, sharing their wisdom. They never really gave anybody any really meat and potatoes. Why would they stand up in front of the room and share their secrets with everybody in the company? But I had people coming up to me all the time say, how come nobody's talking about LinkedIn? No, they're talking about Facebook. And I just pointed out, why would you get up in front of a room and tell people that if the company is having a big event in Atlanta, you're going to get up there and tell people? You can go on LinkedIn and you could find 50 personal trainers within 20 miles of where the event's going to take place that are looking for an opportunity? Of course not. But the word has finally gotten out, and millions of marketers are rushing to join it every day, every month, forcing LinkedIn to make some significant changes. It's a matter of corporate survival, because the actions of these untrained, ill-advised networkers, if left unchecked, will stop LinkedIn's growth. Nobody is going to pay for their advanced features if every time they get on there and they're getting message after message after message from people trying to sell them something. The smartest top runners in your business are using LinkedIn, but they're using it differently than most people. They use LinkedIn's latest new features to enroll customers and reps in less time, build large teams faster, and build massive organizations all around the world. LinkedIn is unequivocally the best social network for network marketing. It's easier to identify perfect prospects on LinkedIn from the information listed on their profile than on any other social network. Their answers to some simple questions will confirm that they are indeed perfect candidates for your business. LinkedIn has added a feature to identify people looking for work. They actually added this feature 9 months ago. It was the open to work frame that people could put around their picture. People usually keep it on their profile for 90 days, and then they get so beat up by people reaching out to them, pushing things, that they take it off. You can beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects. So you've got the connect button, which is the action that produces the fastest results. You want people to be able to see your profile and then send you a connection request. You want to be able to pick out the people that you want to talk to, send them a connection request. Once you're connected, you automatically follow people. But now LinkedIn is suggesting that you don't make the connection, you follow somebody and then message them. So for years, I've been teaching connect. And now LinkedIn has created this category called content creator, which lets people see what you post, lets people see what you do, but they will take off the connect button and replace it with the follow button. That's not in your best interest. So LinkedIn wants you to let people follow you. Let them see what you're doing. Let them react to what you're doing, message you. And they want you to message because you can only message so many people you don't know, and then you have to pay for extra messages. And ultimately, learn enough about the other person to see if there's really some synergy, and then you connect with them. Now, this dramatically slows down the recruiting process. So while your competition is following their suggestions, you keep that connect button on there. November, unbelievable. Today is, National Pickle Day. 40 holidays. Wednesday is National Fast Food Day. Saturday is World Toilet Day or International Men's Day. So we have official holidays, we have unofficial holidays. The biggest holidays for the month are coming up. The 24th, you've got Thanksgiving here in the United States. Now you can start using the Happy Thanksgiving strategy and scripts now. Reaching out to people, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? The next day, we have Black Friday. And we have scripts that we're going to share with everybody in boot camp tomorrow to take advantage of Black Friday. Of course, on Saturday, we have National Cake Day. On Monday, we have Cyber Monday. I've got scripts for those of you that are in boot camp. They're going to knock your socks off. You make a post and then you ask questions and you start conversations with people, because that's what it's all about. And then we have French Toast Day. A change that LinkedIn is in the process of making right now. Some of you have it, most of you don't. You'll get it. You'll turn on link, you'll jump into LinkedIn and you're going to get a notice. Invitations have moved to the notification tab. And that's going to have some significance in a number of ways. Number one, all your invitations are going to be going over there. And you have to adjust your settings so that everybody on LinkedIn can connect with you. And if you've ever noticed, when you look at somebody's profile and you see they want you to provide them with their email address, it's because they haven't changed the settings. So anytime somebody says, hey, to verify this member knows you, please enter their email address. You're going to start seeing a lot more of that. You're also going to find that if you break enough rules, okay, you get into what we call LinkedIn jail, you'll be asked for the email address of everybody that you want to reach out and connect with. And they're going to say, hey, to verify he knows you, enter their email address. You follow my steps, you'll avoid all of this. Another thing that some of you are seeing is that when you go to send a message to somebody that you'd like to make a connection with, you get this survey. How do you know Blake? This helps remember how they know you. Are you a work colleague? Are you a classmate? Did you meet at a work-related event? Other or we don't know each other. Now, the new connection script we introduced 2 months ago makes it appropriate to click other. And it's so congruent with the entire process. You're going to find it actually increases your connection rates. Now, LinkedIn closed the account of this person after he sent this message to hundreds of people. Originally, there was a person there, and then LinkedIn kicked them off. By any chance, would you be interested in taking a look at the largest online shopping club in North America currently? No, hello, how are you? The company has a very generous promotion right now, and they're allowing brand new members to get a 1-year membership for $1. And they're giving all brand new members $100 in free products as well. Most people that join simply join to become shoppers, but sometimes people join to make some supplemental monthly income. If you're interested in either option, please let me know ASAP. You can shoot me a text or call me. Fellow was on LinkedIn for maybe 2 years, started to send stuff out like this. They threw him off. All of that hard work and building up a list of followers and connections, boom, gone. Moses, your page came up on LinkedIn, still looking for an opportunity to work from home? We have your solution. Say no to high fuel prices, save money at the pump, paid weekly, helping others save. Create your free affiliate account and earn that extra stream of income. Would you like to see the details? People are not going to continue to pay for LinkedIn. When people get these messages, they're going to start complaining. When you get them, complain. Be a good LinkedIn citizen. Many of you don't realize it, but people in your own company are doing this. Ebony, your pages came up on LinkedIn. Do you at all keep your options open in terms of making money outside of what you're currently doing? Is your car on the pill? This is no joke. The pill is an income opportunity, full or part-time, and saves you money. Would you like the details? Or Dawn, check us out. Kathy, as a professional, do you keep your option open to new health products that people are raving about? You can view this. As a professional wellness person, I wanted to connect with you to ask if you're open to a new product. This is the kind of stuff that's happening. And as a result of this, your page came up on LinkedIn. Good news, an 8-year-old biotech European company based in Luxembourg is now located here in North America. Their vertical farming technology is the world's premier algae-based nutrition company on the planet. Would you like the details? Now, LinkedIn is one of the changes that they've made. Well, by default, all of your actual connections can see if you're online, which is what Facebook has done for years. Well, you can go in there, you can adjust your settings so that everybody, not just the people you're connected to, but anybody, second level, third level, even outside your network, can see that you're online, but you have to change your settings. Now, prices are going up, interest rates are climbing, people are being laid off. We heard last week that Facebook's letting 11,000 people go. Twitter's letting half their staff go. Companies are going out of business, and my friends, it's going to get worse. And I love success stories. 4 steps: create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. Last Tuesday, I was doing a Power Lead System training, and I love it. Let me just take a quick peek and see who's here, because during all of these, former students are coming back. Now, Joel knows how to sell. I started working with Joel and my coaching program. The first month, he enrolled 18 people in his business. He knows how to sell. So he pops in to the Power Lead System training, and I opened up his the mic, and let me share with you what he had to say. Let me open Joel up. You know, I love it when former students come back. Joel, how are you?
Doing good, doing great.
I love it. You know, I constantly refer to you as, you know, one of my favorite success stories, because Joel here is probably one of the most experienced, talented salespeople I've ever met. I mean, this man could sell you anything.
Sweet. See, I like him already.
You know, it's true. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about you. You know, when I was working with you back in 2018, you know, you picked it up right away. You were doing great. And then in 2009, you decided to do this insurance thing. And I never thought that, I mean, you had pretty high goals, you know, 100 agents in 2 months. You guys did it. Thrilled that you're here. Now, one thing I want to point out to you, in looking at your profile, see, I can see your followers. And this was a sly little thing that LinkedIn did, where they told you, if you want to make your posts visible to all the things that you do, then what you do is you become a content creator.
Gotcha.
Okay, and we thought when we did that, that was a wonderful thing, and it really was. But then it's kind of like in the middle of the night on a Friday night, they went in and they changed the deal. And what they did was they replaced your connect button with a follow button. So
Yeah.
we're going to explain why. And so we need to go back in there and turn that off so that people can connect with you because they can still see what you're doing.
Yeah, I would like that. But you can also, if you click on more, I think there's a connect button and more.
Well, no, there wouldn't be one from us because we're already connected.
Right, right. I meant if it was a new person.
Right, well, right, but see, the average person doesn't know about that.
That's true. Where do you go in? I don't even know where to go in and turn it off anymore.
If we have time, I'll show you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Max, I want to say thanks so much. This is going to be our first $1 million year on that. We're well on our way. And I just wanted to, I mean, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. I just can't. I really appreciate everything you've done. Just wanted to say that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I appreciate that. I mean, I love it when people hit that first $1 million year, but not the last.
And we're on our way.
No, congratulations. It's funny because I help so many people, but it's nice to hear it. There's a lot of people, I don't hear they hit $1 million until 10 years after they did it. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, bro. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And by the way, what he did, okay, all of you can do, right?
Yeah,
What he did,
absolutely.
all of you can do because number one, it's not hard and it's just a matter of following some simple steps. And the one thing that impressed me about Joel right from the beginning, because he's a great salesman, great salespeople know you want to listen more than you talk. And working with him was an absolute pleasure. Joe, why don't you tell everybody what coaching did for you? If you would.
Well, it did so much, I don't know if I can put it into just a few words, but it actually propelled me into the next level. And I think that's what everybody's looking for, being able to come to you and talk to you about what I was doing and just doing the tweaks, just the little things that we miss that the coaching really helped with. I don't know how to even express it. I mean, because even like come into these things, you do a great job with these, but it's not like the individual coaching where I can ask a personal question on how I actually can make this happen. So it's like you said, we did over 100 agents in 2 months, less than 2 months on that with your coaching and our work. So it was great.
Now, I need to clarify something. It wasn't a 2-hour-a-day deal. They were working 14, 15 hours a day. Now, there are 19 simple actions that start conversations when you adjust your settings and you make yourself visible to everybody. Tonight, we're going to talk about LinkedIn, so we're going to talk about these 18 LinkedIn actions. Well, first and foremost, it takes 90 minutes for the average person to respond to an email, but it only takes 90 seconds for the average person to respond to a text message. So 99% of your prospecting, recruiting, and business building activity can now be done on your mobile phone with a Facebook and a LinkedIn phone app. Adding animated content to your text message is producing immediate results, and it's a way to impress your connections and showcase your social networking expertise. A GIF, a moving image, draws extra attention to your message, so people are much more likely to notice it and answer it much faster. With expanded bandwidth, more and more people are using GIFs, and now LinkedIn has built-in GIFs, just like Facebook. As a matter of fact, they're both using the same provider. The GIFs are coming from Tenor. The frequent use of animated GIFs in your messages make you stand out from the crowd of other people that your prospects are talking to. They can make someone smile, change their mood, make them respond to you faster. But the important thing is it helps build the relationship. So you can recruit like crazy, crush it, attract people based on who they are and what they do in advance. You know that based on what we've read on their profile, that they could be or would be ideal candidates for your business. You establish the relationship first. And then with the right daily posting strategy, people react within 90 seconds. For those of you that have been on any of my live daily Ask Max sessions, you'll see I'll jump into somebody's account, send one of their prospects a message. They answer right away. Why? Because my message relates to them. The ripple effect of your posts on LinkedIn and Facebook can start conversations that result in sales. Wishing someone a happy birthday or a happy anniversary, or posting motivating messages that move are having greater effect than posting a static and pretty motivational message. Posting things about the recession, anything that moves. And then, of course, we have official holidays. Last Friday was Veterans Day. Today is the unofficial holiday, National Pickle Day. The bad weather strategy. Reaching out and connecting with people that are in the middle of bad weather. We're coming into the winter. There are going to be snowstorms. There are going to be blizzards. After the winter, there's going to be floods. A week and a half ago, Florida was hit by a hurricane. Reaching out to people using the bad weather strategy has produced, I can't tell you how many new reps. Now, as I said, last Friday was Veterans Day. The holiday strategy creates more likes, comments, and shares, whatever you're putting up there for people to see. More conversation with prospects. You respond to the people, if it's appropriate, that react to what you do. Creates opportunities to introduce your business. Creates better rapport with your prospects. Increase awareness of who you are. It creates a perception that you're an expert to your niche audience, and it also creates appreciation of your influencer status because you are putting things out there that will resonate with the people you're connected to. And then, of course, today is National Pickle Day. And we're coming up to the busiest time of the year. This last week of November, some of you will enroll more people than you've done all year. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. And then we have unofficial holidays like National Maple Syrup Day, National Day of the Horse, National Cocoa Day. Leading up to New Year's Eve. So posting moving images is working just like holidays. You know, last year in October, we added expanded tactics and scripts around the unofficial holidays. And so now moving into November and December, we're building on the strategies and tactics for each month. So each boot camp is different. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pop over here for a second. Now, for those of you that are in the November boot camp, again, I want to remind you, tomorrow night is closing the sale. You've got the flip books. These are all videos. I want you to notice, we've got Think and Grow Rich, your toolbox here, your profile guide, message books, the calendar. This is all up-to-date information, and we've added some exciting new scripts to this scripts book. And of course, you also have access to last month's October boot camp, where we had an extra session, the daily routine of $1 Million Earners. But I just want you to see, we come over here, and right now we're in the process of loading up the new content for December. This was last year. You got the month before. Our profile guide, my God, has this changed. So the information is constantly being updated. The information is constantly being changed. Every boot camp is different, but every boot camp also gives you direct, easy access to the previous month. So when you register for the December boot camp, you're going to immediately have access to the November boot camp, so you can get started right away. Now, let me just take a quick peek. I'm looking to see who's here, because so many people don't realize that you're not visible. If people can't see you, all of your posting and everything else is for nothing. So James, I'm trying to find you on here. You see yourself? And look at how many people are on LinkedIn and they have no clue that their pictures aren't showing up. Now, when you go to your network, so I still have the original network feature, but I'm going to be directed. One morning, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to come over here and say, hey, you got to go over to notifications. Something else that's changing is, many of you may notice, I'm going to pop over here. And if I scroll down here, I'm looking for people that are having a birthday. And some of you may notice, see, every one of these is an opportunity to start a conversation. But some of you may notice that birthdays aren't popping up here like they used to. And I suppose you can blame me, because here's what's happening. It happened on Facebook. So many people are going in and changing their birthdays on a frequent basis that, you know, LinkedIn's kind of picked it up. All right. Things are going to change. So your new connections are going to end up over here. All right, let me look in the chat window really quick. Felix, I'll let you know tomorrow. I'm going to get you on the schedule this week. By me, I'm not doing conversations tonight. I'll do them tomorrow. Okay. So posting moving images is increasing the reactions, increasing the number of likes, comments, giving you more of an opportunity to talk to people. Clyde made a post on Friday for the Memorial Day weekend. Initially, 55 people responded. He talked to all of them. He enrolled 5. 2 are going to build a business. By the end of the day, it had grown to 105. So if I knew what you taught me when I first started my business 2 years ago, I'd be a corporate director today. 10% closing ratio. You can build a fast-growing business anywhere and everywhere in the world your company does business. Easy to identify perfect prospects from the information listed on their profile, and their answers to some simple questions will confirm that they are indeed perfect prospects. Now, with my new LinkedIn prospecting and recruiting tactics, scripts, and strategies for November and December, all of you will beat your competition to connecting with the hottest prospects, because your competition doesn't have a connect button. They're all adding the follow button. Produce immediate results, get faster enrollments, position yourself as an authority to everyone in your niche market, ensure that you'll be chosen over your competitors, enroll experienced leaders, new distributors, and customers faster, and duplicate the process with everyone on your team. Now, Dan was building a networking business, and he was directly connected to one of the top earners in the company who died. Made him an orphan. So he changed his focus and decided to go after people, customers, for his cleaning business. If you know who your ideal prospect is, they're easy to connect with. Last year, Dan was struggling financially. He couldn't even put new tires on his car. It was around this time last year that he applied what I'm teaching all of you. And by now, actually, everything changed for him. And it's all about talking to people. Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, now they kind of brought you in, made you a partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless, that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contact with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it just blown up my business. And it's like I said before, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, when I was in network marketing. I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Now, the bottom line is this. If you have an inkling as to who is the best prospect for your business, there's a correct way to make the connection. That's all the difference.
And
So, prices going up. These major economic changes are forcing experienced professionals in many industries on LinkedIn to want to know about your business. Banks are letting people go in the mortgage field, mortgage business. Now, we're not only talking about bankers and mortgage brokers and loan officers. We're talking about administrative assistants. We're talking about clerks. We're talking about secretaries. And we're talking about businesses that are connected directly to real estate. I haven't seen such a rush since COVID, 2019, 2020. And so for those of you that are in boot camp, we brought back one of the scripts for recruiting whales. We introduced it in the last session of boot camp. So if you did a search on LinkedIn for real estate, you got 6.5 million people. Break it down, real estate sales, 2.4 million. There are office managers, there are assistants, there are secretaries. Same thing with mortgages. 1.8 million people in the mortgage field. Banking, 8.1 million. And like I said, LinkedIn is adding new features, making it easier for you to identify the right people. LinkedIn and everyone in network marketing are in the center of a perfect storm of opportunity that started earlier this year due to the worsening economy. LinkedIn is going faster than ever before in its 20-year history. Professionals joining LinkedIn in record numbers are creating a tidal wave of opportunity, tidal wave of activity. LinkedIn added 30 million professional users in July, August, September, and we confirmed 10 million in October. LinkedIn's explosive growth is forcing them to make significant format changes. We're going to show you what they are. We're going to go deeper into it so that you can take advantage of these changes. You know, network marketing companies always thrive in a bad economy. Network marketing leaders make more money as people rush to find a business that enables them to make money from home. And many network marketers will do more business in November and December than they did all year. Now, our special project launching strategies and scripts work the best in November and December. What they do is they create immediate response. They create genuine curiosity, serious interest, a sense of urgency, fast, decisive action, immediate duplication, faster team growth, and faster rank advancement. Now, I've been bringing up examples of how it works. These were all success stories in November and December last year. I recontacted 100 people with the launch script. 75 people responded. Haven't had a chance to get to everyone yet. I love it. So far, I've enrolled 11 people. My team's on fire. People at this time of the year are thinking about their future. They're thinking about visiting their family. On Thanksgiving, we give thanks for everything we have to be thankful for. But people are starting to think about, what can I do to make next year better? What can I do to earn some extra income? Because I want to get my family presents. I want to go visit the folks. Travel is expensive. I sent out 100 project launch messages over 2 days. Now, these are not to strangers. These are to people that you're already connected to. You're going back. 87 people respond. That's an 87% response rate. Showed the business of 50 people, enrolled 15. 8 are building the business, 7 are customers. Thanks to your launch script, I have more people to talk to than I can believe. It's better than your birthday script. Send this to 150 of my connections. 90 wanted information. I showed the business of 60 people. And I got 12 business builders and 9 customers. He called me on New Year's Eve. He wanted to know what I was doing. So let me just say this. You can't fail. You can't fail if you act and you do the work. You can't absolutely fail if you do nothing. The content of your profile and your daily activity will position you to be perceived as an expert and influencer by everyone that sees it. You know, I go in here, if I looked at some of your profiles, I would actually shake my head because you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You're not posting. The number of connections that you have haven't changed. The secret to connecting with perfect prospects from the huge pool of prospects available to you, attracting a constant flow of them to you so that it can easily convert to new business partners and customers, has to do with 3 things. The relationship you create, the influence you generate with your activity in your posts, and conversations you initiate. You initiate. We're not going to sit back and wait for people to connect with us. We can go out and proactively do that. The ability to get people to talk to you, follow you, take action, and join your team revolves around everyone's perception of who you are, which is completely in your hands and totally in your control. So you're going to have many chances to tell people what you do as a natural part of your conversation with them on LinkedIn and Facebook. But if it was going to cost you $500 every time you gave someone a link to your website, you would take the time to qualify them before you did and determine their potential, or you'd go broke. So many people in your company are out there just blasting people with information about your company. Simply ask your prospect questions to learn more about them. When you let the conversation with your prospect flow naturally in the direction that each answer you receive takes you, you will end up talking to more people about your business and closing more sales. In the mortgage field, 1.8 million banking. But again, we want to make connections. The key to using my strategies and scripts successfully so you close more sales in less time is to use them with the right qualified people. Closing more sales is less about selling and more about listening and solving problems. If your prospect doesn't have problems that can be solved by working with you, or doesn't feel like they need your product, it's a waste of your time and effort to continue to talk to them. The reason most people fail in sales or network marketing and lose a lot of money and time is they try to sell their product or opportunity to the wrong people. So remember, you can't fit a square peg into a round hole. You can't sell filet mignon at 2 cents a pound to a vegetarian. So what LinkedIn is going to do for you They've got new searching features. You want to focus on the profile headline and the cover, the content in the about section, their daily activity, the posted jobs listed in the experience section, and the number of connections. So when you know the kinds of professionals that would be naturally interested in getting into business with you, they are easier to find, connect with, and enroll into your business on LinkedIn than any place else. LinkedIn's going to make it easy. But there are going to be a lot of people on LinkedIn that don't have the open to work frame that are still great prospects. So we have to look at the contents. Teachers make great network marketers, 21 million. Teachers looking for opportunities, 162,000. People in sales, 57,300,000. People in sales looking for an opportunity, 508,000. Managers, 93,300,000. Managers looking for opportunities, 74,000. You can search for people on LinkedIn by country, by city or state, by distance from you, by their postal code. Looking at a list of people, it all comes down to conversation. You reach out to them, we start a conversation, we identify people based on the content, we start conversation, and out of 10 people, 6 of them don't measure up. We never even start to talk about the business because they don't measure up. We know they're not candidates. We talk to the other 4 and we sign them up. Unfortunately, millions of marketers are jumping into LinkedIn and virtually jamming promotional messages to everyone. You're looking to help the people who clearly need and want your help, or you risk being perceived as a menacing shark and a pushy salesperson. The open to work frame is going to have an amazing impact. People looking, 7,704,740,000. People looking for opportunities, 1.6 million. Looking for an opportunity, 1.1 million. Seeking an opportunity, 3.7 million. Open to an opportunity, 2.1 million. Now, if we go and look at the professions with the highest burnout rate, look at these numbers. Number 1 burnout profession, doctors. Nurses, number 2. Social workers, number 3. Teachers, number 4. There is no shortage of opportunity for you to talk to people. Attorneys, police officers, public accountants, fast food employees, retail sales. Marissa enrolled 13 people into her business around Christmas. There's a story behind every success story. December 15th, I enrolled 2 people into my Malaluka business, thanks to you and your scripts, and I got 2 appointments for tomorrow. 4 days before Christmas, I'm up to 6. I never thought it would be this easy. I enrolled 13 prospects in 10 days, day after Christmas. Terry enrolled 7 people in 4 days. My first post had 12 conversations, brought 3 people into my business. 2 days later, it was up to 7. Al, after 1 coaching session, enrolled 3 people into his business. 1 was a business builder to her customers. The person that he enrolled in the business, first 2 weeks in December, brought 750 people into the business. I want to flip back over here for just a minute Now, Francisco has been a student for over 20 years. In August, he enrolled a top earner in another company that had 600,000 people in his organization. He was so busy enrolling this guy and then working with his team that he didn't start recruiting until the last week in August. And he was still able to enroll 25 people in 1 week. Well, we heard from him last Wednesday. Couldn't wait to share with my mentor that my business has now grown from 72,000 people to 300,000. And over 2 years. That's all it took. You're all heading down the same road. You all go as fast. What you taught me continues to change my life and the lives of so many people. You're all heading down the same road. Now, let me now, I told you that I opened up the November boot camp. I'm sorry, the December boot camp. So for those of you that are in the November boot camp, tomorrow night it's closed. We've added, whoops. In the last session of boot camp, we added new scripts, pre-qualifying questions to follow it, open the door to showing someone your business. And I want to remind all of you that you have access to the October boot camp. So now I've opened up registration for December. You got a new script. So go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp, even though it doesn't start officially until December 8th. As soon as you register, we're going to give you access to the November boot camp. And you can use some of those tactics, some of those strategies to enroll 3 or 4 people, maybe more, before the end of the month. You'll be able to use them on Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I also sent out a promotion for our 90-day challenge. Now the dates have changed. The December boot camp is starting on December 8th, not the 1st. You can register for 3 boot camps for less than the price of one. Go to maxsteingart.com/90-day challenge. And we've added a 2 payment option. Participate in the December, January, February boot camps. Get the new scripts. And if you do it today, you're going to pick up an extra 14 days for November, which brings the daily average cost down to $1.27 a day. Now, I have a number of coaching students that are here, and I'm going to be talking to all of you on an individual basis. I, as a result of what happened with Francisco, and the tactics and strategies that he used, I am going to be starting a mentor program, a social media mentor program. It's only for people that have been through my coaching program. And what we're going to do is we're going to work together to help people that are serious about the business, that want to do what Francisco did. So it's a new program. Haven't that you all are the first people that hear about it. It's going to be a 90-day mentoring program. And for those of you that are my coaching students, when we get into our coaching session, I'm going to tell you about it. I am only going to do this with 20 people. This is different than our basic coaching program. If there's anybody here that's interested in my coaching program, please type coaching. Put your phone number in the chat window and just type coaching. And one of my staff members will reach out tomorrow and get you connected. So I got to tell you something. I have never been more excited for all of you. What you can accomplish in the next 2 weeks. Many of you will rank advance before the end of November. Many of you will reach out and connect and rank advance in December. Your business does not slow down. All right. So boot camp is tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We'll have an Ask Max session at 9:30. We'll have an Ask Max session at 4. And I just want to reaffirm, you are all standing on the precipice of unbelievable growth for your business. There's nothing to stop you but your own inactivity. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. Anybody have any questions? I'll take 1 or 2 questions. Isaiah, absolutely. Get on the 9:31 or the 4 o'clock session, and we'll go through your profile. Felix, if you go into boot camp until we have our coaching session, if you go into boot camp and go to the second session on connecting, it's all there. It's all there. Karen, it's nice to see you. Yeah, Debbie told me she talked to you the other day. I love it when old friends come back. Alrighty then, we will catch up to all of you tomorrow. You know, the interesting thing is we never know what LinkedIn's gonna look like. Tomorrow morning, we'll jump on. Who knows what they're gonna do? But I'm telling you, major changes are coming. Major changes. I wouldn't be surprised if in January we're looking at a whole new LinkedIn.